Once upon a time in the quaint village of Windshire, two best friends, Jimmy and Max, eagerly awaited the most thrilling event of the year, the Kite Dragon Festival. This annual celebration transformed the quiet village into a magical wonderland of colors, laughter, and excitement. Preparations begin. The Kite Dragon Festival was a cherished tradition, and every family in Windshire spent weeks crafting their own unique kites. The kites were designed to resemble mighty dragons, with long, flowing tails that danced in the wind. This year, Jimmy and Max decided to build the grandest kite the village had ever seen. "Max, our kite needs to be special," Jimmy said, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "It should look like Blaze, the legendary fire dragon from our favorite stories." Max nodded eagerly. "We'll make it red and gold, with glowing eyes and a tail that shimmers like flames." The boys gathered colorful fabrics, sturdy bamboo sticks, and strings. They worked tirelessly in Max's backyard, cutting, painting, and assembling their masterpiece. By the time they finished, their kite was a breathtaking sight, a fierce dragon with fiery wings and a tail adorned with golden tassels. The festival day. At last, the big day arrived. The village square buzzed with excitement as children and adults alike showcased their magnificent kites. Stalls lined the streets, offering delicious treats like honey-glazed pastries and fizzy lemonade. Musicians played cheerful tunes, and colorful streamers fluttered in the breeze. Jimmy and Max carried their Blaze kite to the center of the square. "Wow, look at that one," a little girl exclaimed, pointing at their creation. "It looks so real." The boys beamed with pride. "Wait until it's flying," Max said. "It'll look like Blaze is soaring through the sky." The kite-flying contest. The highlight of the festival was the kite-flying contest. The sky above Windshire soon became a canvas of vibrant dragons, each kite vying for the title of the most spectacular. Jimmy and Max positioned themselves in an open field. "Ready?" Jimmy asked, gripping the string tightly. "Ready," Max replied. With a synchronized pull, they launched Blaze into the air. The kite soared higher and higher, its fiery colors shimmering in the sunlight. The crowd gasped in awe as Blaze seemed to come to life, its tail trailing like a stream of molten gold. "It's amazing," someone shouted. "It looks like a real dragon," another chimed in. The unexpected challenge. Just as Blaze reached its peak, a sudden gust of wind swept through the field. It tugged fiercely at the kite, and for a moment, it seemed like Blaze might crash. Jimmy and Max held on tightly, their hearts pounding. "We can't let it fall," Max yelled. "Hold steady," Jimmy shouted back. Together, they skillfully maneuvered the kite, guiding it back into balance. The crowd erupted in cheers, impressed by their quick thinking and teamwork. The legend of the Sky Dragon. As the contest continued, an elder named Grandpa Theo approached Jimmy and Maximum. "Your kite reminds me of an old legend," he said with a twinkle in his eye. "The tale of the Sky Dragon." "What's the Sky Dragon?" Jimmy asked, intrigued. Grandpa Theo smiled. "Long ago, a mighty dragon named Zephyr protected our village. During a fierce storm, Zephyr soared through the skies, guiding lost travelers to safety. It's said that his spirit lives on in the wind, and every Kite Dragon Festival, he blesses the most spirited kite." Jimmy and Max exchanged excited glances. "Do you think Blaze could be blessed by Zephyr?" Max whispered. "Let's hope so," Jimmy replied, his determination renewed. A magical twist. As the sun began to set, the sky turned a brilliant shade of orange and pink. The final round of the contest was about to begin. Jimmy and Max prepared Blaze for one last flight. Suddenly, a soft, golden glow surrounded their kite. The crowd gasped as Blaze seemed to pulse with energy, its fiery wings glowing brighter than ever before. "It's Zephyr's blessing." Grandpa Theo exclaimed. With a mighty tug, Jimmy and Max sent Blaze soaring into the twilight sky. The kite danced gracefully, its movements almost otherworldly. It twisted, twirled, and looped, leaving trails of golden light in its wake. The crowd erupted into applause and cheers. Blaze is the winner, the festival judge declared, presenting Jimmy and Max with a gleaming trophy shaped like a dragon. A night to remember. As the festival came to a close, the villagers gathered around a bonfire to share stories and sing songs. Jimmy and Max sat with Grandpa Theo, the trophy gleaming beside them. "This was the best Kite Dragon Festival ever," Jimmy said, his face glowing with happiness. Max nodded. "And Blaze will always remind us of this magical day." Grandpa Theo smiled warmly. "Remember, boys, the spirit of Zephyr lives on in your courage and friendship. As long as you believe, the magic will never fade." And so, under the starry sky of Windshire, Jimmy and Max promised to keep the magic of the Kite Dragon Festival alive, year after year. Their friendship grew even stronger, and their adventures continued, filled with wonder, laughter, and the unbreakable bond of two best friends.